Right. It's like that and that and that and that. Well, we have our Chocolate City representative in the house. What's going on with Nicole?
Hey X, how are you?
I am great. How are you? Are you in the country? Are you out dining up high in the air? What you doing now?
I know you definitely always have to check with me because tonight I will be speed racing, but I am in the country. I am home in Maryland for once. And
Did you
yes,
say you be
it's my
speed
birthday
racing?
weekend. Yes. So they have this place called the Audubon. It's like a racetrack. And I guess it's like go-kart racing. So
Okay.
me and some friends were doing that tonight. I've never done it before, so this will be a new experience for me. So yeah, I can tell you about how that went next week.
Okay. All right. I will be definitely looking forward to hearing that. So what else is going on?
Yes. So we are actually supposed to have a snowstorm this weekend in the DMV, of course. Every year on my birthday weekend, when I plan things, there's a blizzard literally every year.
Oh man,
So
that's
this really should come as no surprise to me. I'm gonna have to start doing stuff a week in advance. Um, but that's why I treated myself to two out of the country trips, which were, where it was 80 degrees every day because I knew this was coming.
I'm
So
so jealous, man.
so Friday, I'm going, but they do this every Friday. There is a new, fairly new. I think they reopened. It's Black owned. It's called Union Oyster Bar. It's Excuse me, it's in Northeast DC. And every Friday, it's such a cute spot. I visited it for the first time last Friday, but it's such a nice space. So they're having my favorite band, Secret Society, this tomorrow. And then I think that the first Friday of the month, they have another really great band. My friend Donnell Floyd, his band is called Push Play. So every week they alternate between Secret Society and Push Play. But for those who like live music and bands, and you're looking for like a restaurant, nice atmosphere, Union Oyster Bar and Grill in Northeast DC. That's taking place Friday. Saturday, and I think also there's a viewing for the next season of Ready to Love at
Oh,
Focus Lounge in DC. I haven't even seen any, I guess because I haven't been here, I haven't seen any, what's the word, previews for the upcoming cast. Have you?
I never saw the final shows of the last season.
Me either, actually, to be honest. I've been kind of following them on social media, but I stopped watching the show because it was just so bad to me.
Right.
But I kind of figured out who the couples were at the end just based on social media posts.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna plan to see it. Me and one of my girlfriends, we usually binge watch it whenever we get a
Yeah.
weekend together. We have some wine and have a little food and sit and watch Ready to Love and Sisters. Those are our shows.
Yes, I said the same thing that I need to binge it this
So
past season.
since we're getting into shows, and I know we'll go back to
Mhm.
events and stuff and all the other stuff, we'll get it all in. I wanted to ask you about a show that's really near and dear to my heart. Just wanted to get your feedback since I know you watched it on the podcast from Sunday.
Yes. Oh, the podcast Sunday?
Yeah, the podcast that we did
Oh, I
last Sunday.
absolutely loved that podcast, X. I was so mad that I was at brunch and couldn't fully participate like I wanted to. But yes, you saw I went back and was commenting. I totally loved your panel of women. You know, I love me some Vanetta because she's going to bring the heat and the controversy. But no, I loved that panel. I thought it was amazing. I think all of the women touched kind of on I pretty much agreed with everything they said, from the stereotypes to why they're fine and content being single. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great panel. So I can't wait for you to do another one.
What was there any particular point that stood out most to you during the podcast?
There was the lady I really related to, the woman she had on black. I don't remember her name. Did she have glasses? I think she had curly hair. She had a black shirt on, and
That
I
could,
forgot what was her name.
I think was it Brandis?
It might have been. It might have been. Every point she made, I really, it really resonated with me. She was saying something where, what did she say? It was something like she's just, and that's, I guess, where I am, where she's, and I think all of the women were kind of there. No one was saying that they've chosen to necessarily be single for life or they're rejecting great men. But I liked where she said something about, she was just going with where their energy was and the vibe was. And I just found that to me to be really key. And all of the women that I know are single, my single girlfriends and myself, none of us have rejected love. None of us have, quote unquote, given up on love. No one is bitter. Everyone is still dating, putting themselves out there. But there does come a time in your life where you have to choose to be happy and content in whatever state you're in. And so I love when women start evolving into that part of the journey, right? Because there's also a time, and I've been in this space, and I know my friends have, where you're single and you're like wishing there was someone and you're pining. And then sometimes you get into a desperate energy and it kind of messes things up. So I really, my main takeaway or main point to people who talk about single women so much, a lot of women have learned to cultivate a life of happiness without a man. And when that great guy comes along, of course, he's welcome to come with us on our journey. But, I don't think anyone's sitting up at night waiting for a man to come in order to live their life or be happy. Right. And that's the takeaway that I want women to take that with them, right? Like you can want a man, you can want to be married, but until that time comes, you have to cultivate a life for yourself. And whatever way that may be for you.
And so I want to ask you another question, even though I know this is not a single session, but
right, us actually, we always go into girl talk.
I love your views on things. And, you're younger. You're younger. So my traditional views are totally outdated. But you're in. You
don't even believe in them anymore. X sounds like you don't even believe in them anymore.
I don't. I don't definitely. I was just talking about that on the last segment before you because I was saying. I got into my first relationship at 15 and I was consistently in relationships back to back pretty much because when that one ended, I had already met somebody. And so the new person was trying to win me over and the old person wasn't trying to let me go. So literally that totally overlapped. And then I was with him for another 4.5 years. Then I was single for 7 months before I met before I met my husband. And so then I was with my husband for 7 years. 15 to 33, I was only single 7 months. So I had never figured out who I was at that point. But so my question to you was this. So as we were talking about choosing to stay single, someone else posted something, made a post the other day, and they were asking if choosing to be single was another form of settling. What do you think?
Oh, wait, let me think about that. They said, is choosing to be single another form of settling?
Yep.
I guess for me, I would have to ask then who I would. It's not really a yes or no for me, because when we say choosing to be single, is that meaning this person is getting all of these great options that they like, and they're telling these great people, no, thank you, because I need to be single? Or people choosing to be single due to not having the option that they feel is best for them?
So someone made the analogy of wanting steak, but you're waiting for this particular steak when there's other steak that you can have. So you still get steak, but you're choosing to be single because you not getting the steak that you want. So are you settling? So it's not like you're not getting any offers. It's just that you're not getting the one. So are you choosing to be single because you don't get what's that news? You're not getting the tomahawk. You getting the cube steak.
Steak or something, right? So then to me, how can it be settling? If to me, settling would be you getting into a relationship that you know that you may not really be satisfied in, but you can say you have someone. To
Right.
me, that's more of the settle than choosing to remain single until the steak is dressed to your liking. So
Right.
no, I guess when you put it that way, no, I don't consider that settling. Now, there's another sector of people that may be choosing to stay single because they're scared and hurt, or they've just been burned so bad that they don't even want to go through the dating process anymore, because there is a level of putting yourself out there that's required. So I don't know if that is settling for single out of fear. That might be settling for single out of fear to date. And then, like you said, there's the other sector, which I place myself, I guess, in that latter category of I have plenty of options. I've never not had men I could go on dates with. It's just that I don't like every man that likes me. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad, but there's a certain feeling and energy that I like,
Mhm.
that I want to be mutual too, So I don't consider that settling. No.
Okay. All right. I didn't consider it settling either because my thing was, what is your priority really? Is your priority being in a relationship or is your priority being with the right person? Because I don't want a relationship. I want the right person. And then that makes me want the relationship.
Exactly. I am the exact same way. That's what I tell people. I have a good single life. I'm not lonely. I have a lot of friends. So I don't have to be in a relationship just to be in one. Like you said, it needs to fit right for me.
Exactly.
And then speaking of settling, a young lady that I know, she shared her story on Facebook, so it's not like I'm telling anything of her business. She wanted to be married so bad that she settled for a man in Africa that was a scammer and a gigolo. So
What?
to me, yeah, right, that might be a whole nother show.
That is a whole show.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you. When we get off, I'm gonna send you her pages because she's been, to her credit, she has been so transparent from when they met and married like 3 years ago to now they're basically separated. She's best told her journey, but to me, that's a sign of desperation. You
Yes.
want a marriage so bad that you're willing to forego all common sense. You're willing to be used by someone in the name of quote unquote love. To me, that's settling.
Yeah, so did she do that on what's that show called 90 Day Fiance?
Yes, exactly. Yes, it was basically something like that. It was literally that. And this man was revealed, and I think she knew early on. I don't think she just found out. He's the type of man where he romances, he basically finds women like her who are vulnerable and want to be loved and all of this, and he love bombs them, and she thinks she's special and she falls for it, and he gets money off of them.
Wow.
Probably foreign women mostly. So he's a scam artist. He's a gigolo. Like, he literally goes online on Tinder and the dating apps. That's where she met him, on the Tinder. And he makes you feel special so that you spend money on him. And so that's kind of what she was doing, like traveling back and forth to Africa every month, like trying to get him she wanted to help him because he was poor. That's his job. He doesn't even have a job. His job is to take advantage of vulnerable women.
Man.
And so for me, I'm like, at some point, that's what I mean when I say at some point, you got to be happy with yourself because there's no reason. And this woman is very accomplished, very educated, makes a ton of money, has a beautiful son. So it's like, why? And, she's not that young. She's not young. So it's like, wait, why did you do this again?
Right.
You were that miserable? You were that miserable in DC?
Wow.
I know it's a little bad sometimes, but it was that bad.
Wow.
So yeah. That's settling.
Wow. Yeah, definitely send me her information. Get her on the show.
Yes, you need her on the show. She's very forthcoming, so I think she would be willing. Yeah.
Oh, that would be a great show. Okay, so you could go back to telling us what events are coming up this weekend.
Yeah, that was a doozy, right?
Yes, I'm to go get a drink after that one.
Yeah, it's a real whole lot. On a lighter note, we have a hip hop brunch this Saturday at Creole on 14th. It's like a seafood brunch. They're also doing, we have a new restaurant in Adams Morgan called Air. And they just started doing like a 90s R&B music vibe on Sundays. So they're doing a brunch this Sunday at Air, Adams Morgan. I'm going to be at Sobe in Lanham, Maryland for my birthday brunch. Again, weather permitting for all of this. So that's pretty much where I'll be Sunday. For anyone that wants to pull up on me and say happy birthday. And that's really it. I think that's all that I've heard about so far that's going on this weekend.
So do they have the vaccination mandate there for restaurants?
Oh, yes. So yes, you need to show the card in I have a funny story about that. So yes, in DC, you have to show your Vax card. I don't think Maryland has enforced it yet for all of the restaurants, but any establishment in DC, yes. So I was meeting someone at a cigar bar last Friday, and I didn't, I forgot I didn't take a picture of my card, or I thought I had it in my phone, but that was in my old phone. So anyway, I get there and the man is like, "Miss, I need your vaccination card." So I'm like, shoot, I don't know if it's in my phone. So I type in, if you go to Google search your gallery, I typed in vaccination card because I knew I had taken a picture of it at some point. So I immediately see a Vax card and I'm like, oh yes, great, I have it. So no sooner had I looked down, was it an ex's of mine Vax card?
Oh gosh.
Now it's a man's name, like it ain't nowhere near Nicole Williams, okay? So I was like, oh my God, this is not even my card. And I haven't really talked to the guy in so long. So I just kind of covered the name with my thumb. And then when he asked for my ID, I was like, oh God, he's gonna see the names don't match. Obviously, I don't have the man's name. It was just so crazy, but the guy didn't even look twice at it, thank God.
Oh wow.
So I texted my ex, I was like, yo, Vax card got me in the cigar lounge. He was like, huh? It was just so funny. Wow. But yes, they were supposed to be. Yeah, it was so weird because I think he had sent it to me a long time ago, to tell me, and I said it got saved in my phone. So when I typed it in the search bar, his came up, not mine. Wow. But since I took a picture of mine, so mine is now in my phone. I don't have to use his. But it was just
the thing is, so they're not really paying close attention.
Clearly, he wasn't even paying. You're right, because the man didn't even look at the name. Right. Well, and I think I purposely covered the name once I realized, covered it like with my thumb, but he didn't say remove your thumb or anything.
Right. You would think, especially if they're asking for an ID. So does your Vax card have a picture on it?
It doesn't. Luckily, nope, it doesn't. And they have four.
He just went through the motions. It's like
he just went through the motion. Exactly. He saw a card. I guess he said, I don't need to read closely.
And then he saw your ID. So okay, she's got a picture of this Vax card in her phone. So
exactly. That's exactly what he did.
I need to get a picture of a Vax card in my phone then.
Yeah, you sure should. And people, I could probably hook you up. So I know people making them. No, let me stop.
Uh-oh. You said that on air.
Let me stop. Just
playing. So what are we Netflixing and chilling with?
I know. I need to sit still long enough to Netflix and chill. You know what I really got into is so sad. I'm almost finished. Women of the Movement, about Mamie Till Mobley, her story, her book, her memoirs on what happened to Emmett Till. Power Book 2 was this past week's episode was absolutely bananas. It was so bad. It was good. It was just so many crazy things going on. I heard Ozark Has Returned. Absolutely love that series. So I want to binge. So I need to do that on a weekend when I'm home. What else is out? I'm not even sure what else is out right now, X.
What about good books to cuddle up with?
Oh, yes. I just finished, a friend of mine and we were reading a book together. Now, I know he didn't finish it, but I finished it. It's called Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. It's kind of dark. I'm not sure I really enjoyed it. It reminded me of A Handmaid's Tale. For my book club, we're reading a really good book. I think I'm only on chapter 2, but it pulled me in immediately. It's called Razorblade Tears. So far it's really good. Let's see, what else have I heard of? I guess I need to finish that one, then I can report back.
Okay, all right. Well, that sounds good. You got us some events and some shows to watch, some books to
Yes.
read, and we had a little girl talk and all that stuff.
Yes.
So I guess we will see you next Thursday.
Yes, I'll be here.
And
Same
then
place, same time.
you'll be able to tell us what happened on your birthday weekend.
Yes, yes. I'll let you know if it was a wash because of the weather or not.
And I have a girls trip coming up. I'm going to send you some information.
Oh, please do. Yes, please do.
I've had 2 of them so far, and I just wanted to get my stuff all down pat. But yeah, we're going to vote on something pretty soon, so I want you to be part of it.
Okay, no, I would love to. So yes, please send me that when you can.
Okay. It sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Until next week, we'll talk to you then.
Okay, talk to you then. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Just wrapped up another great show with Marvin Harris and Miss Nicole Williams. So you need to come on and rep your city as a correspondent on the What's Hot segment. On Thursdays, you get to share your upcoming events, celebrity gossip, movies to Netflix and chill with, or a good book to curl up with. If you are interested, connect with me at Xavier Fox at xavierfox.com. Make sure you visit my YouTube channel, Xavier Fox Media. Click subscribe. Then you won't miss any of my upcoming shows or podcasts. As you heard, we just had a great podcast on Sunday, and I have an idea for another really great podcast for next month. I'm going to start putting that together. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, not so much TikTok yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to use it, Twitter, and LinkedIn as Xavier Fox. That's X-A-V as in Victor, I-A, Xavier Fox, F-O-X. My book, The Men in My Life and What I've Learned, is available on Amazon in Kindle format and paperback. And you can also purchase an autographed copy on my website, xavierfox.com. Be sure and visit the website for information on all upcoming shows and events, as well as merchandise such as t-shirts and coffee mugs. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Tune in again tomorrow at noon for the replay of Ron Wilson's show on crypto investing. Then on Monday, we have the replay of the interview with the founder of the Wisconsin Black Business Chamber. And I will chat with you again live on Thursday, February 3rd at noon. So until then, stay safe and be prosperous. And I am out.